Think of Interpol, and one thinks secrets, spies, high security. But deep inside Interpol's Lyon headquarters, and the staff are dealing with real human suffering. We've been allowed to spend some time inside the world's largest international police organization. And one topic we can't avoid, human trafficking. Knut Brattvik is a criminal intelligence officer at Interpol.
To be working on this, we need passion. We have people working in the same unit. They need to look at images for child exploitation every day, and we need the same passion to really be able to get to the trafficker and arrest criminals.
The UN estimates at any one time 2.5 million people are living victims of trafficking.
Human trafficking could be illegal immigration. It could be trafficking of women in sexual exploitation, forced labor, and organ smuggling.
Alongside drugs and arms smuggling, this is one of the most lucrative areas of organized crime. It's a $30 billion a year business.
There's a basic truism in law enforcement: follow the money. And ultimately, if you follow the money, you're going to follow the person who's leading the organized crime groups involved. And so what we're about at Interpol is trying to figure out the best way to help law enforcement follow the money.
It is the nature of human trafficking and sex crime offences to cross national borders. With its 188 member countries, solving these crimes is particularly well suited to Interpol's expertise. Interpol's best weapon is information. Vast swathes of data collected from member countries and processed right here in Lyon.
And we have evidence, case after case, to prove it, that human trafficking is run by transnational organized crime groups of people who do it more than once by using false identity documents or fraudulent identity documents. So what we can do is we have put in place a system that allows passports to be screened and identity documents to be screened, and human traffickers that use these modern means of transportations to be taken down in countries, either in transit or at the point of destination.
It's the Interpol way. The headquarters coordinates the data and makes it readily available to the member countries. The real legwork is done in the national central bureaus, Interpol's local offices, staffed by policemen and women of that country. For example, when a country issues an arrest warrant, Interpol's local office may back that up with its own red alert. It means all of Interpol's 188 member countries are now on the lookout in case the fugitive crosses a border.
Recently, there were a group of human traffickers that were stopped at the border of a country. There was a passport check done, and it was determined that of the 11 people, 11 were trying to enter a country to have a better way of life, and one was trying to organize it. By identifying those people and freeing those people, we saved them from a potential life of misery. At the same time, we allowed a country to protect its borders from human traffickers getting in illegally.
Human trafficking has become an epidemic, and it may still get worse. As rising prices make the world's poor even poorer, more may go looking for a better life and fall into the wrong hands.
The problem with human trafficking is it's such a huge problem
that governments will not grasp.
No, governments are doing quite a bit to fight human trafficking, but it's a never-ending problem. It's like fighting corruption. You can never stop fighting corruption. There's always going to be corruption. You can never stop fighting corruption. Human trafficking, to the extent there's a legal movement of people, legal movement of goods, human traffickers are going to try to mix in illegal movement of goods and people. And I personally believe that governments are doing quite a bit to fight human trafficking. They can always do more, and they should always do more, but I personally believe governments are doing quite a bit to fight human trafficking.
Quite a bit is a start, but until governments and Interpol can make inroads into this multi-billion-dollar trade in human beings, they must continue to aim higher. Richard Quest, CNN, Interpol, Lyon, France.